Good morning. I am Sagar Dalvi, batch July 21, and today I am going to discuss about encapsulation. And today's date is 13th August 2021. We know that two languages are directly impact the Java language. These two languages are C++ and C. Most of the OOPS concept of Java language was inherited from C++ language, and most of the syntax of Java language is directly based on the C++ language. So let's discuss the some chronology of development of the languages. In the era of 1970s, C language was invented by Dennis Ritchie, which programming word called as a watershed moment. Why invention of the C language is called watershed moment? Because before 1970s, some old primitive languages like formula translation, basic or assembly level language was used to program or solve the real life problem. But the no doubt assembly level languages produces very high efficient code, but the biggest disadvantage of assembly level language was assembly level language code was very difficult to debug or to very difficult to understand. So Dennis Ritchie addressed this problem of assembly level languages and invented C language. And the development of C language changed the face of programming world. But with the development of real life complexity, some people felt that to solve the complex problem of real life, C language was not sufficient. That's why they opt for object oriented programming. One of the inventor of C++ language, Barney Tostrup, felt that complex real life problem can be solved by using the OOP supported language rather than C language. He first time implemented the OOP concept in a C++ language, and I earlier said that Java language OOPS concept was directly derived from the C++ language. And today I am going to explain one of the OOP concept, that is the encapsulation. Literature define encapsulation as a wrapping up of data member and method function, and we can achieve encapsulation at program level by using the data hiding and abstraction. Means when we achieve the abstraction and data hiding, then we can say that we achieve the encapsulation. So let's discuss what is meant by data hiding and abstraction. Data hiding means we can hide the data member of a class from the external world. Means we can access the data member of a class by using only the method. And how we can achieve the data hiding at programmatic level? By using the access modifier private. When we use private access modifier on data member, then we cannot access that data member from outside the world. The only one way to access that data member via method function. The standard practice to access the data member of a class is by using the getters and setter methods, and the getters and setter methods are for every private data member. Means number of private instance variable is equal to number of getter method, which is equal to number of setter method. So by using private access modifier, we can say that we achieve the data hiding. So next question may come in your mind, what is the use of data hiding in encapsulation? So by using data hiding, we may say that we can achieve the data security, as a private data member not visible in the outside world. The next way to achieve the encapsulation is abstraction. The definition of abstraction is highlighting the set of services and hiding the internal implementation is called as a abstraction. And we can achieve abstraction by using the abstract class and interface. When we use abstract class, then we achieve the encaps we achieve the abstraction from 0 to 100%. And when we use interface, then we can say that we achieve the abstraction up to the or 100% abstraction. Means 100% abstraction can be achieved via interface, which is not the case in case of the abstract class. Then next is there are two types of encapsulated, means there are two types of the classes. The first one is tightly encapsulation, and second one is loosely encapsulation. Before switching to that, let's discuss what is meant by class and object. We know that in Java everything must be written with respect to object only, which is a real world entity whose logical entity is class. And class have the two kind of property. The first one is a data member, and second one is a method function. And data member can be of two type. First one is a static instance variable, and second one is non-static instance variable. And when a class containing all instance variable are of the private type, then we can say that that class is a tightly encapsulated class. And when any one of the instance variable is not private type, then we may say that that class is of loosely encapsulated class. Again, in tightly encapsulation, the abstraction as well as data hiding is completed by using encapsulation, means wrapping up of the method function, and data member is completed with the help of private keyword, which is not the case in loosely encapsulated class. So by implementing the OOPS concept like encapsulation, we can solve real life complex problem in very easy way. The real life example of encapsulation which can be achieved by using the data hiding is ATM machine. In ATM machine, we just insert our ATM card and enter our credential and follow the procedure. But we don't know how the money in our account is debited, how the currency note that we will get, how the database will get updated. That everything works at abstract level. Means we can say that we cannot have access to the internal implementation of the code. Not even the bank employee also don't have the internal implementation access. That's why we can say that these all functionary works at the abstract level. So we can achieve the encapsulation by using the abstraction. And then the next question may come in your mind, why we can solve the complex real life problem by using the OOP concept in very easy way, which is not the case with C++. Because in OOPS concept, which implemented by Java language, we can write everything with respect to object, and for the every object separate copy of the instance variable get created, which is hiding its internal implementation from outside the word by using the private keyword. Means and that instance variable can be used to implement the properties of that classes, and we can access only that properties of classes from outside the word. Means the object's behavior can be depend on the data member and method function. And by manipulating instance variable, we get something by using the method functions, and that's why we can say that we can solve the real life problem. That's it for today. Thank you.